Hello and welcome to another handover video. This time it is the Sunlight Cliff 540. So we'll start off with the outside of the vehicle. Now on this side it's just the awning to show you, which is the winder that's inside. So I'll show you that now. So these are the standard fitting for the awning. So it's the two-low one up there and it's just the key in the top. So what we do is we pop the key in, push it right up and twist it to the left hand side, and then you pull it back and that is now locked in place. Once locked in place, give it a good wind. Now when we're winding out your awning, you never go too far. Never let those legs go completely straight. If you do, you're in trouble. So once finished, push it up, twist it to the right hand side this time and take it away. We'll just pop that down here for the moment. And if we come round, we can see the legs and how we pull them down. So all you do is you push the leg into itself and out it will come. Once you've got it into a position that you're happy with, slide the leg down onto the floor. And then you notice here, we've just got these little grey tabs. We flick those out and we push them and clip them into place. Now it will look like you're going to break that, but it won't, it's just quite stiff. And now to put it away, so you get your clip there and you flick it down, flick it away, and then you put the leg back up, slides back in, and then yet again, push it into itself and it clicks into the top there. And then it's all the same process, just in reverse. Connect the awning winder back in, twist it up to the left hand side. Now it's locked into place, we can wind it back in. And on the back corner is your water fill up. So you just pop your habitation key into the water fill up there, and it's just like filling up your car with fuel. Pop your key in there, take the cap away, and then it's just any normal hose. And you just feed the hose in, put the water on, and inside you'll notice the water level gradually going up. Now then, so at the rear of the vehicle, so you'll notice the parking sensors down the bottom here. Now on this vehicle, it's just got the parking sensors. If you were to have a reversing camera, you would see the unit just on top there. And every now and again, we just advise that you wipe those cameras down just to keep them clear of any road film. So on the back corner here, left-hand side, we've got the gas locker. Now in here, you'll see this one's already been connected up. So in the back there, it's just a pigtail that goes round and connects into your gas bottle. So it's a reverse thread. And then you'll have a bleed switch as well on there. So you just press the black bleed switch and that primes the gas through the pipe system and then ready to go. In the back, we've also got the tether down points. You've got 4 tether down points underneath the vehicle there. So if you're strapping any bikes down, it's very handy. And you'll also notice in here, we've got this piece of wood. Now, this piece of wood is actually your step. So in the back corner, you'll notice 2 points on either side, left and right. Now this board slots into place there and just allows you a bit of a hop up into your bed. So this is the water tank here. So the freshwater tanks, as I mentioned on the outside where you'd fill up, this is where it goes. So this is very well insulated. So on the Sunlights, they do it for winter. It's inside the van. It's well winterized. So you've got a couple of things on this tank here. This red one here, that is access to the freshwater tank. So if every now and again, we just advise that you put a bit of a cleaning agent through there just to keep it nice and tidy. And then on here, we've got the freshwater release. So this dial, if you turn it 3/4 of a turn, will give you 20 litres of travelling water. So it's plenty if you're travelling around, you're not carrying too much weight on you. If you open that up with 2 full turns, that will completely empty the tank. And then you just need to make sure you twist it back round and lock it off when you are finished. But that's where your freshwater tank is. So on this side of the van, we've got a few things to note. First one is down here. Now this is your wastewater release. So you do get a little handle with a little square key on the end, and you pop the key on the end of that, twist it round, and that will release your wastewater. This is your toilet cassette. So it's habitation key in there. Press both buttons and you can access your cassette toilet, which is just like any other cassette toilet on any of our vehicles here. Just pop your cleaning fluid through, flush it out and keep it clean. This is your socket. So when you're connecting your electric hookup to the van, straight into there, and you do get a little release for the top. So when you put your hook up cable in, that bit lifts up the front of the cap, allowing you to release the electric cable nice and easy without needing to put your finger in there and try and get it. It can be quite painful. And then that there is your Truma boiler vent. So that does get quite hot. So if your boiler's on, particularly if the window's open, it is a bit of a hot spot. So just be careful around there. And then just here is your fuel and AdBlue. So fuel there for your diesel, and then AdBlue fill up on the side. Now the vehicle will tell you when your AdBlue level is low, so just keep an eye on that and never let it run out. Right then, so as we enter the vehicle, we've got a couple of things to know. So down here is your electric step. So to get in, you've got a little switch on the side here. If you press your switch there, that will bring the step out. And then you also have your light that is your entry light, which is this one here. Does your little walk-in light. And as well is your fly screen. Now with your fly screen, we always say if you can do it with two hands, because then it evenly distributes your weight when you're pulling it. Because if you pull it from one side, it can make it a little bit uneven, and then it's not the easiest to pull out. So always try and do it with two hands if possible. As we come in, it's quite basic, the Sunlight. They're very easy to work on. So we've got the hob, 2-burner hob and sink down the side there. We've got your fridge. Now this is a compressor fridge, and it runs off your 12 volt. And the switches for that are just down on the little panel here, which I'll show you now. So as I said, the fridge control here, if you hold your button finger down on the power button there, you'll see how it all lights up. Now you can change the temperature of the fridge, and you can alter that there. And then you can also put it into night mode. So night mode will just be less electricity, and it will make it a bit quieter. So now look at the control panels. Now this is the best system. This is so simple to use. So on, off, that's all your main power in the van. So by pressing that switch there, that will turn on all your lights, and it will remember the settings of your lights. It will give you back the power in the van. The one above shows you whether you're hooked up or not. Currently we aren't, but if that goes yellow, then you know that you are hooked up and working. Now these are the status side of things. So this is your habitation battery. That will show you the status of your habitation battery. This one here will show you the status of your fresh water and how much you've got in there. So as I was saying earlier, when you're filling up, you can just check on the level there. And then this is your wastewater. So currently we've got no wastewater, which is great. And then on here is your, just turn it off and out, this is your Truma panel. So this is for your heating. So this little dial here is your thermometer. That will gauge your temperature within the van. And here, if we go into the settings there, you've got the vehicle. Now, if we select the vehicle, we can tell the vehicle what temperature we'd like the vehicle to get to. So if we said, for example, now 10 degrees, you press the button in, it's going to take it off electricity. And then we can also change the setting for the hot water. We can do exactly the same thing. So hot water's got a couple of settings. It's got off, eco, obviously the most economical way of heating the water up. It's going to take the longest, but it would be the most economical. We've got hot, which is pretty strong. It's going to use a lot of power to get there. And then you've got boost, which will concentrate any other power that the vehicle's drawing. It will concentrate on getting that water as hot as possible. And then in here, we've also got the different settings to choose from. So you've got gas, a mixture of gas and electric, and then you've got the most amount of gas and electric that can be done at the same time. And then you've just got the electric. So that's electric 1 and electric 2. So the best way to remember that is 1 kilowatt and 2 kilowatt of power. And you can select that by just pressing OK. But for this demonstration, we don't need to, because we're not actually going to set it up for now. And then on the fan on the side there, you can blow cool air through the van, not air conditioned air, but it's just cool air, just to cool it down a little bit when it's a bit warm. But again, it's not air conditioned. So thank you for watching the Sunlight 540 handover video. Now, obviously when you get here, we will be doing a full demonstration again. So if there's anything else that you're not quite sure about, please bring it up and we'll go through it again. But thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you soon.